Hello everyone, this is Mohammed Sadiq. In this session, we learn some of the basic concepts of Power BI. We know that Power BI is one of the business intelligence tool provided from Microsoft. Okay. Now we'll have this particular agenda. So where we'll talk about what is business intelligence, what is the role of Power BI in the business intelligence. We look into the various components of Power used in the Power BI. We'll also see how exactly a Power BI works, all those particular different components, how it works. And also finally, we'll see why Power BI is very popular, the features of Power BI. So we'll look into those particular things. Fine. So let us start off with what is business intelligence. So business intelligence is very popularly called as BI. Okay. And things. So now, what is this? BI is the capability to make intelligent business decisions. So that means you want to take a smart business decisions. So how do we take a smart business decisions? So we look into the previous historical data, and based on that particular historical data, we can come to a kind of conclusion which product is more sold in the tier 1 cities or tier 2 cities, which product is being sold during the summer season more, which product is being sold more in the winter season. Okay, where in which particular part of the, which city or which country. So when it is the summer season or winter season, you want to understand those particular things. Yeah, so that information we can extract by studying about the previous historical sales data or historical data. Okay, so BI tool does that. It studies on your existing data and prepares the insights of this to make a better business decisions. Makes information discovery simple. That means the BI tools makes it very simple to, even you might have a large amount of data. So, but with the help of the BI tools, very easily I can extract the insights of the data. Like you have the sales data. I want to know what is the region-wise sales or the category-wise sales. On a few clicks, I can get those informations. Okay. So we'll be seeing this practically in the upcoming sessions. So here we'll see about the conceptual of a Power BI. So BI helps you in analysis of the data. It enables you to send the right information to the right people at the right time to take a better business decisions. It provides the data insight to everyone, okay, which can be from any type of data sources. Okay, so that means it can be a CSV file data might be present in Excel file, data might be present on the cloud. Okay, so this one. So it can extract the data, get the insights of those particular data. So this is what exactly your BI does, the business intelligence. Now, what is the role of Power BI in the business intelligence? So we'll look into this one. What is the role of Power BI in the business intelligence? So is there? Power BI is a self-service cloud-based business intelligence tool. It's a cloud-based BI tool. Okay, so it's a BI tool which is on the cloud base. That means once you create this particular report, which can be published on the cloud, and it can be available 24/7. It will be available from any devices. The business managers can view it, which can be used for reporting the data analysis from the variety of data sources. That means it helps you to BI tools is self-service cloud-based BI tools, which helps you to get connected to a different types of data sources, do the various analysis, and publish that report onto the cloud so that anybody can access from any time, from any location, from any devices. BI provides a simple, user-friendly drag and drop interface. See, if you have to get into this particular Power BI, okay, it's a new word, new terminologies, but I'll tell you it's very simple. And the reason is, it is very similar to your Excel. So just like in Excel, we use a pivot table. What exactly a pivot table does? We have a lot of complex raw data, and you want to create a summarizations of that. You want to see row-wise totals, or like say region-wise sales or category-wise sales or something, just on a few clicks. So we can get the complete summary results. Okay, that is what exactly we can do with the help of the Power BI. Okay. So that means you can create from a complex data, we can very easily create and what I say, interactive visuals, interactive data, summarized data on just a few clicks. That means working with Power BI is very similar to working with Excel. Okay, it's a simple and user-friendly drag and drop interface. Power BI helps in creating an highly interactive graph, reports, and the dashboards. That means with the help of the Power BI, you can create a highly interactive graph. Graph is pictorial representations like pie chart, bar charts. It supports more than 200 plus different types of charts and reports, which can be published to the organizations. Okay, which can be published, and the published reports can be accessed from the organizations or the clients or the individuals. Okay, so what is Power BI? The role of Power BI in this one, it helps you to is the what I say, a self-service BI tools which can be used for reporting and data analysis from the various data sources. And it's very user friendly. It's very similar to working like Excel, and helps you to creating a very interactive graph, reports, and the dashboards. Now let us see how exactly we work with this particular Power BI. Okay, thanks. So here, so first thing is we have Power BI supports the various components. Okay, so we have something called as the Power Query. So Power Query is a ETL tool. So ETL is what? Extract, transform, load. So this is a tool which helps you to extract the data from the different data sources. And whatever the data is extracted, if that data requires some kind of a cleaning operations, like removing the null values, identifying the duplicate records and removing those records, identifying, the headers, the data types. Okay, sometimes if required, you want to split the columns, like, to get more detailed reports. Like example, you have a address column which has a combination of a city, country, region, and so on. But I want to get the region-wise sales, the country-wise sales, area-wise sales. If it is a subjective column, you'll not be able to do the analysis. If I can split it, so we can very easily do the analysis. So fine. The next thing is it has a Power Pivot. So what is Power Pivot? Power Pivot is one of the data modeling tool. So this particular tools helps you to create a relationship with multiple tables. So if your source data is spread across multiple tables, you want to read that particular data, and then you want to create a relationship between those particular data. That is where exactly we use the Power Pivot. We have a Power View. So what is a Power View? As the name says, view is a visualization. So that means this is the tools which help of which we can create an highly interactive charts. And Power BI supports, okay, more than 200 plus different types of charts. Okay, so with the help of the charts, we create the reports and the dashboards. Fine. And once you have created, you have extracted the data, we have done that, what is it, data modeling, and then finally we have done even the visualizations on that is the reports and dashboards. Now we need to publish this. So for publishing, again, we have Microsoft Power BI supports the Power BI services. This is the cloud-based services which helps you to mainly publish this particular reports. Okay, I think this is the 4 components of Power BI. Now, how this 4 components works together? Okay, let us see. So how exactly Power BI works? So when you look into this one here, so Power BI has mainly 2 major components here. So one is your Power BI desktop, and other one is your Power BI services. Okay, so what is the Power BI desktop does is, so Power BI desktop, it extracts the data from the different data sources. So that means your data might be present in Excel, it might be in the form of a CSV files, or it can be under databases like Oracle or SQL or Access, or it can be a cloud data or the SharePoint data. So you can read the data from the different data sources. And whatever the data is being read, if you want to perform the transformation, that is the data cleaning operations, data modeling, that is joins and all the things required, we do that, and create the visualizations. So all these things is done in your Power BI desktop. Okay, so on the desktops. So, and once we have created the visualizations, that is the reports and the dashboards, so now this has to be published. For publishing, we have a Power BI service. Now, Power BI desktop is a standalone application. That is, you install the application on your desktop and you're working on your desktop. And then what happens, whatever the applications you have developed, okay, that is reports you have developed, we need to push it. So that is, we need to publish it. So we use a Power BI services. The Power BI services is a cloud-based service. Or sorry, it's a web-based services. Yeah, it's a cloud-based and it's a web-based services. That means, so it will be worked on the browser, app.powerbi.com. And there we can create some kind of a role-based securities and all these things. So you want this reports to be accessible by this user only with some limited permissions and all things. We can restrict all those things, and we can give share this particular report to the different individuals or the clients or the organizations to take this particular data and further take a better business decisions. Okay, so that means how Power BI works. We have two main components here. So Power BI Desktop, which is a standalone application, and Power BI Service, which is a web-based services. Power BI Desktop will help you to extract the data from the different data sources and perform the transformation, data modeling, and creating the reports. And publish is like, you're publishing on the web-based application. And once the application is published, it can be accessed from any devices. So it can be a laptop, mobile, tablets, a smart device. Okay, and then this particular published reports can be shared to the different clients or the individuals or the organizations, so that they can take this particular data further and take a better business decisions on that, make a better business decision. Now that is what it helps you to connect to the data source, cleans the data. Okay, also it supports the DAX for creating different measures, visualize the data and publish the data. Okay, this is how exactly the Power BI works. Now, the next thing is, so next is, why Power BI? Okay, see, we have many BI tools. We have a Tableau. We do also have a ClickView. We have a SAP Business Intelligence. There are many BI tools. Now, why exactly Power BI? Okay, there are many reasons. Okay, why people are selecting Power BI. Okay, and it has been the high demand now. One is Power BI supports the maximum features compared to any other BI tools. Okay, the highest number of features are supported by Power BI. And second thing is the costing. So any Power BI tools, when you're using at the enterprise level, okay, you need to buy that particular licensing. So now when you're purchasing this one, so this Power BI is most cost effective than any other BI tools. It is very cheaper than the Tableau or any SAP Business Intelligence or any other BI tools. It is much cheaper. Okay. Next is the data connectivity. See, again, when it comes to any BI tools, it will read the data, okay, from the different data sources and works on that. Now, what are the different types of data sources it connects? So Power BI supports more than 100 different types of data sources. As I said, it can be a file-based systems, it can be a server-based systems, it can be a cloud-based systems, cloud applications. Okay, so any databases, you name it, yeah, Power BI supports. And okay, more than 100 plus different types of data sources what it supports, and we can read the data from there and we can work on it. Okay, the next is trending. So what is trending? Trending is, okay, the Power BI is highly trending BI tools compared to any other BI. I've just taken a sample of this. This is a sample which I've taken for Power BI comparing with the Tableau, because when you see in the industry now, when you talk about BI tools, there is a big talks about Power BI and Tableau. These both are very popular. And when I just took this particular study over here, so you can just see that, how exactly this is working in this one is, when you see this particular Power BI, the kind of a growth, okay, initially you can see Tableau was, red color is a Tableau, okay, was in upper hand, but something around from 2000 onwards, you can see the Power BI is coming in the upper hand. And the way it is growing, it is kind of a, proportionally, it is growing higher. But when it comes to the same thing, okay, Tableau, so what is happening? The growth is flat. Okay, it is not dead. Okay, it was the top before 2000, but from last 2 to 3 years, we see that, okay, the growth is not that exponential. Okay, but in the case of Power BI, the growth is very exponential. It is very growing in a very sharp way. Okay, so this is what This is the Google data, what I have just been taken. Okay. The next thing is Power BI is being approved by the Gartner, telling that it belongs to the leader quadrant. When you talk about the Gartner is the organization where they test on the business intelligence tools from the various aspects. Okay. For the reliability and the optimization point of view and all those things. And they certify it. Okay. And according to this particular thing, when you see here is, so what you say, the Power BI is the top. You can see second is your Salesforce, which has a big difference here. So it is given as Microsoft because Power BI belongs to Microsoft, and Microsoft has many applications like even Excel is there and all these things. So when it comes to all those particular things, so Microsoft is in the very top. Okay, compared to any other BI tools and so on. Okay, that is in the leaders quadrant, and this is a report of January 2023. It is the latest report. Okay, fine. So now the features of Power BI. So when you talk about the features of Power BI, so Power BI can connect to more than 100 plus different types of data sources. As I said, it can connect to the cloud database, it can connect to Oracle, SQL Server, Postgres, MySQL. You talk about anything. It can be a CSV file, JSON file, Excel file. Yeah, it can connect to. It supports more than 200 plus different types of charts. Okay, the highest number of charts which is supported compared to any other BI tools. And not only that, it supports the custom visualization. What do you mean by that? Once the chart is being created, you want to customize this particular charts. Might be like, you want to color those particular bars, and the colors I want to go with based on the measurable values like profit. I want to have a profit indicators based on the gradient color, which particular category has the highest sales, but at the same time with the higher and the lower profit, I want to show with the color based. So we have those options. When we go to the practical, we'll be looking into those particular things. Okay. The next very thing is why Power BI is popular is easy of use and not option. See, generally people who come to this particular business intelligence, they will have a good hands-on on Excel, especially pivot tables and all these things. So if you have worked with Excel, okay, working with the Power BI is very similar to Excel, or it's much easier than Excel also. So easier option, like, people coming from Excel to Power BI, they don't have to learn anything new. It's very, very easy. So it's something like that. And easy of sharing the report. Okay, that means here, once you have created this particular report, where you can very easily publish this particular report. And apart from all those things, this has a very frequent update. See, generally, when you talk about any software, okay, when it comes to updates, it takes around, let's say, 2 months, 3 months, 2 years, 3 years. The new software, new version comes. Is it talking about .NET, or you talk about MS Office itself? So new version comes once in 2 years or 3 years or something. But when it comes to Power BI, they come updates with every month on month, they'll have an update. Every 30 days, every month, they'll have an update. Okay, the updates are very frequent. Now, the worry is, okay, if they're coming with updates on every month, do we have to unload it and we have to reload it? No. So once the new update comes, every 30 days it comes, we just go to those particular option settings in the Power BI and look for the previous, any new previous settings or changes are there, and just update it. Automatically it updates. You don't have to uninstall and reinstall or anything. And other thing is, it is very cost effective. It costs much lesser than any other BI tool. Okay, and I can say this is the one of the reason why Power BI is a top trending in the today's world of business intelligence. Okay, fine. So this is what we have studied in this today in this particular session. We have learned what exactly is the business intelligence, what is the role of Power BI in the business intelligence. We have understood about the different components of the Power BI, that is Power Query, pivot tables, Power Pivots, views, and the Power BI services. And then we also have seen how exactly a Power BI works and the features of Power BI. Okay, fine. This is from this particular session. So we'll catch up with more practical session. So in the upcoming session. Thank you.